I welcome all of you to Daffodil International University Blended Learning Center. This Blended Learning Center is actually will be using for all of our teaching and learning, of course. And this time we actually encourage every student to practically learn how to get engaged into teaching and learning on Daffodil Blended Learning Center. So this is a student guideline for a course in BLC, and I'm going to take you into how this course is organized in this Blended Learning Center so that you understand the organization and you understand how to really make use of it. So with this, I take you to my next discussion is that the organization in BLC, there are a couple of sections here: welcome and introduction section, weekly section, assignment and presentation plan, course project plan, self-test on learning, class test, midterm, final exam, lab plan, class discussion plan, attendance in class, how we take note of attendance, and communication hub. And if I take you to the next is that in welcome and introduction section, the section is comprised of instructor information, the instructor name, email and contact details, the description of the course, intended learning outcome, what we are going to learn out of this course, assessment plan, how it is going to assess in terms of attendance, midterm, final, class test, presentation, what marks, and if there is a lab also, how the lab is going to be assessed in terms of getting the final grades, course text and reference books, other supporting forms like attendance, interest discovery, etc., and audio messages. So welcome and introduction section is the first section when you come and land in BLC on your course. Now in weekly section, you have in every week, we basically have 14 weeks in a semester, and we devise our content in every week. So every week you have class discussion topics, what we are expecting to learn in this week, some discussion slide, some supporting materials, and this discussion slide will be also added with voice so that you can download, you can actually go through and you understand, and that there will be lab materials if there is any additional reading that is there, and if there is a class test or self-test that is there. So every week you have some activity, some learning, and you basically progress over the week. So taking you into assignment and presentation plan, the assignment will be based on problem solving, and it will be given in this Blended Learning Center with a deadline, and you may work in a group or individual. It will be instructed, and you can follow this guideline and upload assignment as and when it comes. And in case of presentation, we also have a presentation of the course project, which is very important. And this course project, all presentation will be from the Google site. That means you will create actually Google site to do your presentation. And the presentation may be either online or offline, it based on situation. Alright, so I take you to the next is the course project plan, which is very, very important. And this course project is going to give you some additional skill, because you are learning, whatever course you are learning practically some knowledge, and you are applying that knowledge to develop some good project, and this will help you to build your resume for the future career. So you will form your team, on all team will be recorded in the Google Sheet. We have this in the, I will show you that sheet, and the team will decide on the topic. Once I give you the topic, you decide and you fill up a form, which is by 4th week we establish our project team. So ultimately what will happen, whatever way we are connected, we'll be doing our project, and this gives us additional strength that we can actually have a virtual collaboration to do some wonderful projects. But you understand that the course project is a very important component of the course. Take you to the next is that there are some self-test plannings. In self-test, what will happen, this test is given in a week where you already learned some topic and you can test your knowledge. You give this test, it is not graded, there is no mark associated, but you can give this test and to learn and to build your confidence. So it boosts up your additional learning, and we try to have at least 3-4 self-tests this time, and we may also have some adaptive learning content. So let us make a good plan on it. The class test, mid and final exam will be either online or offline based on situation. The class test we try both online and offline, just to help all of us, to help our students. We try to ensure that everyone is a flexible mode. You can come and give your test as and when you can within a given time frame. And there's a mid and final exam is also based on either online or offline, based on a situation. So you don't have to worry about class test, mid, final exam. When times comes, we decide. Lab course, if there is a lab component in the course, the lab worksheet is provided every week and students are advised to carry out their own lab task using either online or offline compiler. Student will be provided with discussions about why, because you're doing a lab, you may face some problem. We can discuss in the discussion forum, and every 2-3 weeks we have some problem solving task just to know that yes, I'm actually participating in the lab and my performance is better. And we teachers, we try to ensure that you have a very good skill in your particular course. Class discussion, generally in Blended Learning Center, we have many options. One option is that this is going to be a flipped classroom. Flipped classroom means the materials are given in the discussion slide with a voice. You go through first, you try to develop some understanding, and we are meeting every week to either we meet in Google Meet or Zoom or Microsoft Team, and we also have another thing called Big Blue Button. We can actually have this discussion for 30-40 minutes on the topic you have already seen, and we just try to ensure that yes, we understand each other. So my suggestion is that please take a look at Flipped Classroom for your ready references. The discussion forum is also there so that you can post your questions and we can have peer learning, we can have cross discussions, and we can build up a good knowledge. So all these we try to make your understanding clear about how the course is organized in Blended Learning Center. Thank you for your patience here, and let's have a grand beginning of blended learning. Thank you so much.